On defensive number 37, Nick Hughes. On defensive number 7, Nick Athletic number 3, Logan Yildiz. Athletic number 27, Jackson Shee. And at center is number 21, Max Whitmire.
That's the introduction of the Crush.
Hockey fans at this time, as you rise to our table, remove your hats and face the flag at the east end of the arena as we honor a country relay of the Star Spangled Banner, our national anthem.
Let's play some hockey here. Welcome to the MAC in beautiful St. Cloud, Minnesota, where your Knights of St. Michael Elville will take on the Crush of St. Cloud. Head coach of the Knights is Sean Fish. Assistant coaches Bug Trigaset, Brett Hammond, Kyle Hayden, Val Propowski, and David Lynn. And I was student managers are Delaney Barthel, Cece Lewis, Olivia Sutliff, and Anna Vokanod. So 17 minutes on the clock.
I'll chime in today.
It's kind of like holding a little microphone.
I mean, it is holding a little microphone, Jeff. You're doing exactly that. You can flip it to your lapel. It does work.
Oh, no, I believe you. It's just the music was real loud, so I wasn't sure if it was.
They do got it amped up in here.
All right, so we got Aiden Hogan, Alex Hernandez, James Anderson out there on the front end with Jack Johnson and Dylan Fauché on the defense. And Ingebretson in goal. Puck drops. Knights send it forward into center ice into the offensive zone. Turnover there. Hogan had it for a moment and lost it. Knights get it back. Johnson with it. Neutral ice. Forward he sends it. It's tipped by Hernandez down into the offensive zone. Centered in, broken up by the Crush. Back up to the point. Shot from there off the goalie and up in and out of play. 16:32 left period one.
Pretty good pressure to start the game so far by the Knights. Nice seeing that out of that senior forward line. They do like to put a lot of pressure on guys.
So Antoine takes the face-off for the Knights. Ludeman there with him. Goes to the quarter. Ludeman pushes it around. Rush get it forward. They send it into neutral ice. It comes. Dumped down in the Knights' defensive zone. Ricochets off the back wall. St. Cloud not able to convert, and the Knights bring it out. Neutral ice down into the offensive zone. They come. Antoine had it. Lost it. Esterberg for a second there. The Crush get it. They clear it out now. In the Knights defensive zone. Puck goes. There's Clark with it. Clark brings it forward. Neutral ice, dumps it forward. And we'll have a whistle. We are going to have an icing call and bring it back and drop it down to the Knights defensive zone. The near side dot.
Well, I Dream of Genie here. Is that what we're doing right now?
We're all about the show tunes here tonight. The puck drops in the corner. The Crush with it behind the net. The Knights able to get it. Johnson gets it over to Waller. Waller passes it over for Vokanot. It gets past Vokanot. Puck sitting in neutral ice. Waller delivers a blow. Knights get it back forward. They come. Vokanot with it. Offensive zone towards the net as it's stripped away, but shooting forward was Waller to grab it. Over to Vokanot. Back and forth it goes. Into neutral ice it comes. Johnson with it. Back to Fauché. Fauché forward to Vokanot. Dump down in. It's a dump and chase. Far side corner. Crush get it. Up into neutral ice. Quickly through. Into the Knights defensive zone. Johnson there on the defense. Knocked away. Waller came flying back. Get a stick on that puck. He passes it up to Monahan. Monahan sends it down the ice, and we're going to have an icing call. A lot of back and forth on that shift.
A little bit. That was the sophomore line, and they had their youthful legs out there. A lot of running around all over the place.
They definitely have youth on their side, that's for sure. I'd like to thank our camera person, my beautiful wife, Kelly Story. Puck drops. Hogan on the face-off there. Sent back around the net by McClellan from the blue line, kept in by the Crush. Makes it back down around the boards, far side, Knights defensive zone. Multiple players fighting it for it there. Hernandez passing over to Anderson. Anderson across center ice, dumping it into the Knights offensive zone. Another dump and chase along the near side wall. Cleared out by the Crush. Into the Knights defensive zone, far side shot, knocked away by Ingebretson. Clark with the puck. Heading behind his net. Over to Johnson. Johnson off the referee, back to Clark behind the net. Forward he comes to Hernandez, passes it across, it's turned over. And dumped back in by the Crush, who changed a few skaters. But Antoine comes out with the puck into the Knights offensive zone, near side. Antoine towards the net.
Big cut to the net by Levi there.
Kind of lost the puck there for just a second, got it back. Puck held up behind the net now. Crush come out with it. Far side along the wall. Crush into the neutral ice, cross center ice. Crush into the Knights defensive zone. It's dumped down, it's behind the net. O'Shea dumps it over to the far side, and the Crush send it back down. They try to set it up. They do. Knocked away by the Knights. Along the near side boards. Defensive zone. Shot on. Knocked away by Ingebretson. Crush come out with it from the point. Goes off of a stick and up into the netting at the 13:02 mark.
The Knights got a little bit to prove after coming off a late loss to Totino Grace in their last game. They led 1-0 in that game, and Totino battled back at the tail end of that game. So I think the Knights are hungry today.
And they should be. Monahan with the face-off there. Waller bringing it through neutral ice into the Knights offensive zone. He takes the shot, goes wide. Kept in there by Tower. Into neutral ice comes the puck. Down to the Knights defensive zone. Broken up by the Knights quickly. Waller gets it up to Monahan. Monahan into the offensive zone. Monahan with a couple of slick moves there. In the blind area there, the Crush come out with it into neutral ice. McClellan keeping the pressure on. Now he gets behind the defense as that Crush player. And Ingebretson just shuts him down right there.
That was senior Max Kiffmeyer for the Crush, who made a beeline toward the goal. Good play by Kiffmeyer. Great play by our defense and Ingebretson to keep that one out of trouble.
Funny thing is, the skater's the one who actually moved the goal. It have to be reset. 12:24 left, period 1. Puck drops. Knights defensive zone, far side along the walls. Crush with it, blue line, shoot it from there. Goes wide, around the boards. Back out to neutral ice, Crush with it. Anderson keeping the pressure on for the Knights. Forward it comes, but the Knights are able to turn it over there. Hogan got a stick on it. Comes back to Jack Johnson. Johnson forward, it goes off of Faucher's skates and ricochets down into the offensive zone. The Crush turn and send it right back. Ingebretson steps out and sends that puck down into neutral ice where it's caught by a Crush player. Back and forth it goes right towards the net. Ingebretson puts a stick on it. Shot forward down the ice. Crush grab it. Their own defensive zone. Knights change of skaters, or a few of these. I'll break it back down into the Knights defensive zone behind the net. Pass up near side off the boards down, and I think we definitely will have an icing.
Not quite what you want to do coming out of your own defensive zone, just kind of an errant pass, and Knights definitely would like to have that one back, but we get some fresh skaters out there.
We'll see who's going to take the face-off here for the Knights. I believe it'll be Antoine, and it is. So Antoine stepping in, take the face-off. He'll have Esterberg to his left, along with Clark and Ludeman. Tower to his right. Behind the net it goes Clark with it. Forward he sends it. It is jumped there by a Crush player. A long pass. Crush have it. Dump it into the Knights defensive zone. Clark quickly grabs it there. Sends it up the ice on a long pass into neutral ice. The Crush stop it again and send it back down. Ingebretson jumps out, stops it behind the net. Does Lucas. Comes over to Ludeman. Ludeman up the ice to Esterberg. Esterberg into the offensive zone. Quick move by Esterberg. Passes it over. Trying to hit Clark there. Clark fighting for it in the far side corner. Along with Antoine. Crush come out with it. They send it forward. Ludeman with it at neutral ice. Over to Faucher. Faucher from the near side dumps it in. And since it's so high, it goes into the net. Oops! Pretty confident that was not the intent there.
I mean, he just missed it by an inch or two.
Love the thought. So change of skaters for the Knights here. Monahan, the sophomore young line, take for the face-off there. Boken out with the pressure. Comes back to Faucher. Faucher knocks it away, and we'll have an offsides. So Monahan going to step back in to take that face-off. Waller is left, Boken out to his right. Johnson and Faucher behind him. Puck drops. Both teams fighting for it. Monahan gets it back over to Faucher. Gets over to Johnson. Johnson up to Waller. Waller into the offensive zone. Near side. Waller around the net. Waller with those quick legs there. Pass to Faucher. Back to Johnson. Johnson sends it off of a St. Cloud Crush skater. Back to Johnson. Over to Faucher. Far side. Shot. Bounces off of a few skaters again. Makes it to the near side corner. St. Cloud comes out with the Crush in the neutral ice. The Crush forward. They send it right on, and Lucas is up for the challenge. Saved by Lucas Ingebretson. Clock still running there. He dropped it, obviously.
Interesting. He had it for 2-3 seconds there, and the ref didn't blow the whistle. Yeah.
So he ended up just dropping it, and they took it and kept going. So back and forth it goes here in the Knights defensive zone. Knights need to clear it out here, and they just send it down to get the ice, and obviously touch, so no icing call. Long pass back up, neutral ice it is. Anderson with it for the Knights into the offensive zone. He has something plucking away, and they do pluck it away from him. And they dump it down into the Knights defensive zone. Lucas steps out from the goal to grab it there. It's to McClellan, over to Anderson, forward to Hogan. Hogan has a pass intercepted there, and the Crush player brings it into the Knights defensive zone, near side corner. McClellan and Hogan there on the defense, but the Crush player comes back with it towards the net. He comes, it's broken up, knocked away by Clark. Near side boards. Crush get it back. From the blue line, they bounce it in. Ricochets off the back wall. Clark grabs it there, hands it off to McClellan. McClellan gets it over to Hernandez. Off the boards, he tries to send it out, kept in by the Crush there. A couple times there, they've been able to protect that blue line and see if the Knights can get it out now. Nope, Crush get it back. Turn, spin, shoot, knocked away. And finally, the Knights able to get that and clear it out of the zone. Third time's a charm, apparently. Down the ice, they send it. Change of skaters for the Knights. Crush with it. Their own defensive zone up to neutral ice it comes right to Jack Johnson, who sends it forward. With a shot and with the ricochet. Esterberg would like to have that one back, I'm sure.
He's shaking his wrist like he got slashed. His right wrist.
Yeah, you can see that.
He's pretty upset right now.
Puck back out into neutral ice. Crush with it into the Knights' defensive zone. Far side is passed up the ice by the Knights. Crush grab it. In their own defensive zone, they send a pass across. Off the boards, down right to a Knights player. Fauché sends it off the boards into neutral ice, intercepted by the Crush. They bring it into the Knights' defensive zone. Taken away by the Knights. Jack Johnson with it. Over to Fauché. Fauché forward to Esterberg. Esterberg back to Johnson. Tries to get it over to Monahan. Intercepted by the Crush. Nice little blow there by Esterberg. Probably taking some of that frustration out on the Crush, but the Crush get it back. Across the ice, they send it intercepted by Clark of the Knights. Esterberg bringing it into the offensive zone. Esterberg on the far side. Esterberg takes a shot. It ricochets off. Puck sitting out there. Back and forth it goes. It's down in the corner there. Waller was able to get a stick on it to keep it in, and Clark sends it towards the net from the far blue line. And there again, Clark able to keep it in. Passes across to Waller. Waller with it there. Wrist shot and save. By number 31.
31 would be Nolan Lund.
Nolan Lund, the keeper for the Crush. Waller was just determined on that shift. Every time that puck tried to get out, he was jumping in there along with Clark. They had a tag team from different areas of the ice there. Unfortunately, not able to convert. So Monahan on, take the face off. Crush get it behind their own net, near side along the boards. Kept in by Tower. Tower with the pass up for Volkanon. Gets past Volkanon. Crush come out with it through neutral ice into the Knights' defensive zone. Dumping it in behind the net. Players for both teams there. Goes over to the far side and gets back to Waller. Waller with a nice little pass to himself around a Crush player into the offensive zone. Shot goes off the back wall, makes it over to the near side boards, and we'll have a stoppage of play. 5:49 left, period one. A lot of quick action, man, but
yeah, the Knights have never had to knock on wood, but they know someone who has. And so I think that this group of seniors right now might try to knock one in the back of the net here.
And shot there by Jack Johnson and save again by Lund. We'd like to take a moment and thank Tim Volkanon for these beautiful magnets that he sponsored with his.
Timmy looking like he's about 28 years old in that picture there.
I'm pretty
nice
confident he was.
Net. Look at these seniors
another
go!
shot there by Hogan. Ricocheted off. Out into neutral ice is that puck. Rush with it. They dump it down into the Knights' defensive zone. It bounces off the wall. Over on this side, it gets to Fernandez. Then to Hogan. The Crush keep it in right at the blue line. McClellan able to get a stick on it. And then it's pushed over by Hogan behind the net, near side boards. Crush have it. They keep it in. Across the ice, right from point. They go to take a shot. It goes off of Fernandez. Clearly must not have bounced off the
That's a trick. The stick is in his skate. How did he? Oh,
no call.
no call.
No call.
Unreal.
That's a let him play, I guess.
I've never seen a guy go down with the stick in his skate blade.
Oh, we saw that. Actually, we saw that against Totino Grace, and they missed it too.
Fell over, took the stick with him, no call. Wow.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. So the Crush have it, their own defensive zone up to neutral ice. They send it, and across the ice it goes. The Knights defensive zone, far side. Back pass there, and Esterberg able to grab it there after Ludeman is
There's
able to
danger.
knock it away. Esterberg down the ice and knocked away by the Crush there.
Rightly, the St. Cloud player just went over and played Esteberg, even though there was another trailer with him.
Yeah,
Esteberg's going to take that shot 9 times out of 10. So
that's probably did a little film work. That was a wise move because Esterberg has been hot lately. And
yep.
Gotten a goal, and I believe each of the last 3 games, if I remember right, or at least 3 of the last.
He's heating up.
So that's a smart move to go and guard him. So 4:09 left, period 1. 0-0 is our score. Puck drops. Levi Antoine on the faceoff there. Makes it into neutral ice. The Crush dump it into the Knights defensive zone. Behind the net is that puck. Clark sends it backwards to Ludeman along the near side boards. Defensive zone in. Antoine jumps in, sends it down the ice to a Crush player, and they dump it back down in the Knights defensive zone. Tower there for the Knights. Back passes it over to Clark. Clark on the far side, still in the defensive zone. He sends it up into neutral ice. Berg off the boards to Antoine. Antoine into the offensive zone. Antoine passing over for Ludeman. And a few players jumped in. Whole mess of Crush players that dove on the ice to stop that. Makes it into neutral ice, does that puck, but the Knights take it away. Clark with it. Over to Tower. Tower vertically up to Monahan. Monahan was trying to send it forward, and it was turned over. The Crush dumped it into the Knights defensive zone, and we have a whistle. We'll have an icing call at 3:11 left in period 1. 0-0 is our score. So it looks like Owen Vokanon's going to step in and take the face-off here for the Knights. Puck drops. Vokanon wins that face-off, gets it to Fauché. Fauché to Johnson. Jack Johnson with the shot. It goes off of a Crush player, but Fauché able to keep it in. Back and forth, the Crush have it into neutral ice, cross center line, into the Knights defensive zone. Dump it in, it goes behind the Knights net. Fauché there. It's shoved over from behind. Back and forth, the teams go. Fighting for that puck in that corner. Monahan joins him. One of the Crush players falls down and makes it to the blue line, kept in by the Crush. Down around the boards behind the net, knocked away there by Jack Johnson, the captain.
It's going to have to be a felony today, Jeff, for the refs to make a penalty call.
I saw that Johnson almost had his little uniform yanked off there from the blue line. The shot redirected. It goes wide, far side boards. And being that we're in St. Cloud, those things are allowed. Into the Knights offensive zone. Vokanot with the shot. Goes wide. And the Crush come up with it. Into neutral ice it comes. Across the center line. And knocked away there by Clark. The Crush get it back. Send it towards the net. And Lucas Ingebretson there. Sent forward by Clark down the ice into the offensive zone. It's Monahan with it. He takes a shot, hits the pipe.
Great rip by Easton.
Everybody in the building heard that. Back into the Knights defensive zone. Come the Crush. They try to center it over. Puck makes it behind the net. Far side boards. Towards the corner and sent just across the ice to the near side corner. Back out, and the Crush accidentally clear it out into neutral ice.
You know what I really like to see out of that play, Jeff? When Easton took that shot and it hit the pipe, there were no heads down. All the Knights got back. All 5 skaters were back on that back check. And St. Cloud had an opportunity, and the Knights just shut it down because they all tracked back.
It'd be nice to see someone attack Anderson, sending it over to Tower. Tower sending it forward.
1 minute.
Under a minute remaining in the first period, as was announced. Neutralizes that puck. Hogan sends it across, and a St. Cloud player gets a stick on it. It ricochets in the Knights' defensive zone. McClellan handing it off to Jack Johnson. Johnson sends it down the ice hard, and icing will be the call.
just missed Hernandez on that play, just in front of him a little bit. Had Alex got a handle, he would have been home free with a 1-on-0.
Yeah, Jack really wanted to get him there. You could definitely see that, but how he sent that down the ice. So just a little bit off of each other. Puck drops. McClellan with it behind the net. Captain Jack Johnson. Down the ice, he sends it. Goes off of a few players, and the Crush will have to grab it there. They send it up the near side boards. Neutral ice again. Picked up by Jack Johnson. Gets it over to McClellan. Puck makes it back to McClellan at neutral ice. Takes a hit, but not before he gets it forward to Ludeman. Ludeman has that puck taken away, but it cuts up to McClellan, who holds firm. Jack Johnson sends it forward, and that is the end of the period. Got it up at 0. Or, excuse me, 1.
Shots on goal in the period, Crush at 8, and St. Michael Albertville at 12. A hockey fan reminder coming up during the second intermission of tonight's game. We will have the drawing.
There wasn't a goal.
I'm a little speechless here because I'm seeing guess one.
I thought he announced 1-0 too.
So we'll see if we can get some clarification on that.
I'm going to go with 0-0 because I saw no celebration.
No, nothing.
All right, well, slow Zamboni's out. Should we take a break, Jeff?
Yeah, well, I think we should. I'm just still a little stunned by the 1-0 thing on the scoreboard here. So, but we'll
home team gets a free one.
Yeah,
we spotted them a point.
That's for
Oh, it's back to 0. There we go.
Okay, there we go. So we'll take a break and come back here in a few minutes to bring you period number 2.
Slapping the bass.
Knights and the Crush back out on the ice.
Make some noise. Here are your
So the scoreboard was corrected, and they did remove that free goal.
There's no free goals in hockey, Jeff.
It was the ghost goal.
You know, I noticed Sean Fish, head coach of the Knights down there, going with the super studious glasses look today. Definitely a student of the game for today's St. Cloud matchup.
I like that. He's got a great haircut too. So
Yeah, I think you guys are just jealous of these luscious blonde locks that I have.
like Coach Fish, I'm into aerodynamics.
Sophomores out there to start the second period of play.
So Monahan stepping in to take the face-off. Puck drops. Jack Johnson with it. He sends it forward. It was turned over there. The Crush bringing in the Knights defensive zone. O'Shea gets it, sending it behind the net to Johnson. Johnson sends it to Waller. Waller retreats back, sends it behind the net to Fauché near side up. Open out redirects it into neutral ice and into the Knights offensive zone. Shot there by Waller. It comes free off the goalie. Monahan had it for a moment, back past it. Behind the net, picked up there by the Crush. Tried to clear it out, kept in there by Johnson, and they are going to say that it was indeed good come out.
They said it escaped, but let's go back to that Waller shot there. What a quick release on that wrist shot by Waller. And it was so fast that the St. Cloud goalie couldn't handle it. There was a juicy rebound in front. We just couldn't get there to clean it up.
Little earth, wind, and fire there. Puck drops. Kept in by Esterberg. Esterberg passing it over to Ludeman. Ludeman towards the net. Backhands it just wide, about 3 inches wide. Clark, far side blue line, sends it down. Ludeman directs it back up to Clark, blue line. Wrists it there. It ricochets off the goalie. Get a little rainbow back.
That's called a save, Jeff.
And it did go in, right? Tower had a stick on it and comes back into the defensive zone, sends it behind the net for Clark. Clark, long pass up to Esterberg. Esterberg into the offensive zone. Back passes to Ludeman. Ludeman was coming forward and forgot the puck there.
I think he was a little surprised by the pass.
Yeah, it was a quick pass. So Ludeman intercepted that pass there in the defensive zone, and it goes down into the near side corner. Can't see around the camera person for St. Cloud. Shot from the blue line there.
Luckily, Ingebrigtsen could see it.
Yeah, very good. Clark takes it behind his own net. Far side corner. Crush send it back up to the blue line. Dumping it across the boards far side. Down in that corner, Hogan there. Hogan sends it up the ice. Kept in there by the Crush, but intercepted by Johnson. Sends it into neutral ice, right to a Crush player who dumps it in. Lucas steps back behind his goal. Hands it off to Clark, who sends a long pass up to Ludeman. Ludeman right at the net. Oh, tries to hit Esterberg on the back door.
That was Anderson who just came off the bench. 2 good passes.
Oh, wow. And then
and absolutely a bad trip that they missed there.
And Hogan took a shot that went just over the bar there, puck in front of the net again, and it's going to be covered. So
felonies are going to need to be committed to go to the penalty box today.
Yeah,
that was a late stick to the helmet on purpose. The ref just looked at it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but we'll just see how this game goes and how we play out. So 2 of the referees just out there talking a little bit. They might want to dial this one back down just a hair.
The captain's over to complain to the refs a little bit, like, hey, you got to call something here.
Yeah.
You've been just missing trips left and right. There was a stick lodged in a skate blade.
So, calling a couple of the
players. Did they lobby themselves into a penalty here? Oh no, they lobbied themselves into doubles. Hunter Hansen going to serve a penalty for the Knights. Oh, they're telling Hunter Hansen he can't do it.
Yeah, so now they're pulling him out.
Good, nice try.
Now they're sending Hogan in. Is it just Hogan? Nope, there is a player for each team.
Yeah, double minors here, so still 5-on-5.
Well, I gotta commend Hansen for jumping out and saying, "I'll do it. I got it."
The refs are like, "You guys all good with what I called?" And both benches are like, "No."
No, it still doesn't stop the swipes to the head, but at least they blew the whistle. So the puck drops there. Behind the net it goes. Polkadot sending it over to Monahan, far side, taken away by the Crush. Monahan gets it back in neutral ice. Dumps it forward into the Knights offensive zone. It's taken there by the Crush. Crush sent it into neutral ice near side and dumped it down into the Knights defensive zone. Quickly down there was Fauché, who was being ridden like a horse from behind. Waller comes up with it. Waller, nice pass across ice to Polkadot. Polkadot speeding towards the center, takes the shot, and ricochets off the back wall.
That was a rocket of a shot.
Hustles over there and gets to that puck coming towards the net. He sends it forward, and the Crush able to get it.
What's gotten into Volkanov on this shift? He's firing on all cylinders right now.
So we're going to have a change of skaters. And Volkanov, that's the one thing I love seeing for him. You know, I always joke calling him the road runner because he has that speed, but I'd like to see him use that all the time.
Hey, he was chirping at a St. Cloud player on his way off the ice. Something got into him on this last shift. Let's see if it carries over when he comes out next time.
So Antoine takes the face-off for the Knights. Crush end up getting it. Backing into their own defensive zone, but hustling down there is Antoine, who gets nailed. Gets up. Esterberg fighting for that puck. Antoine gets it back. He sends it off the goalie. It goes up and over. From the blue line near side, Tower sends it high. And Clark hustling up to send it down. Esterberg gets a pass off to Antoine, but there's a contested pass, which makes it now far side boards up and out. Come the Crush across the center line into the Knights defensive zone far side. Trying to get some leverage to get towards the net, sends it back up to the blue line. Across to the near side. Down the boards and around. Behind the net. Centers up. Broken up by Antoine, who gets it to Ludeman. Ludeman sends it into the St. Cloud bench. Been just a little high on a few of those.
That was a Ricky Vaughn type pitch there. Just a bit outside.
Maybe he was trying to send a message or something.
Trying to take out one of the St. Cloud coaches.
He drilled that into the bench for sure. So we'll drop the puck in the Knights defensive zone. Far side dot. Hernandez steps in to take that face off from the blue line. Sent down to the near side corner by the Crush. Jack Johnson there for the Knights, along with some Crush players. They sent it towards the net. Puck sitting out there in front of the net, knocked away there by Fauché. Near side corner, Hernandez up the ice. He sends it neutral ice. Goes off of Anderson. Anderson brings it into the offensive zone, takes a shot off of a St. Cloud Crush player. And back and forth, that thing's going like a hot potato here. Who wants it?
Knights are due for just a gritty, hard-working lunch pail goal right here.
Yeah, this is definitely a lunch pail shifter. Kept in there again by Anderson, who sends it back in. We have a change of skaters. Hunter Hansen coming onto the ice now for the Knights. Back and forth that thing is going, and Hansen quickly coming off. And Waller entering back on, so it goes down in the Knights' defensive zone. Behind the net, sent over far side corner. Jack Johnson fighting for the puck there, hands it off to Fauché, who sends it to Waller near side defensive zone. Back down to the corner he goes. He's getting ridden into the center there. Puck comes up, and Waller able to jump on that into neutral ice and runs into his own skater. Oh, Monahan took a shot to the head there, it looked like.
Hey!
Goal by Waller! That was just all this back and forth. Monahan takes the hit over here. Waller just shoots over, grabs the puck.
Waller ran into Monahan on
He's
that
the one
one.
who took him out in the first place. Then Monahan's trying to get up, and he takes a shot to the head and goes right back down. Waller shoots across the ice, grabs it, puts it in, and thanks to the Showtime tunes that we got going up above, not sure that does Waller justice, those tunes, but Brandon Waller with that magnificent, magical shot to put the Knights up. 1-0.
No whammies for Waller. He puts it in the back of the net.
This is like name that tune.
I'm pretty sure that's a Merv Griffin enterprise.
Puck drops, makes it back to Clark. Clark in the defensive zone over to McClellan. McClellan dumps it down the ice. Racing for it are a few players, and one of the St. Cloud players definitely put his full backside into that to keep Johnson from getting to it. Long pass up the ice into neutral ice, coming Crush into the Knights' defensive zone. They pass it across. It's knocked away by McClellan. Makes it down to the corner. Clark there strips it away, sends it back up the far side boards. It's sent into the center there by the Crush and makes it over to the near side corner. Up the boards it comes. Towards the center they skate. Puck sitting out there, knocked away again by McClellan. And down the ice, the puck goes for an icing call.
You know, Jeff, St. Cloud really hasn't had just a golden opportunity in front of our goal yet. And I think that it was kind of the same way with JV earlier in the day. Either St. Cloud's just having trouble finding shot selections as an association, or the Knights have just really came to play good defensive work today.
Knights bring it into the neutral ice before it's stripped away. Hernandez delivers a blow, and the puck is taken by Hogan, who lost it, but Hernandez gets up there to grab it, tries to center it in, and gets it to Hogan, who back passes it right towards the net. It goes clear across the other side. Racing over there is Anderson. Anderson fighting for it behind the net, gets knocked away to the near side corner. Hogan rushes over there. Back passes at the referee in the middle there.
I think the ref almost got checked there.
They might have finally called something.
They were sizing him up.
So the Crush come out with it into neutral ice, pass it across near side. Towards the net they come. And out in front it sits, and Lucas dives on it, and Engelbretson hanging out there. And
well, that's the best chance that St. Cloud's had all day, and it was just a little squeaker that got in front of the crease. Ingebrigtsen did a good job of diving on it. Had a little tummy time down there.
Yeah, they weren't going to take that away from Lucas. He did a great job of covering that and protecting the net there. But then it was all that little extracurricular activity. Let's see if they can... Oh, now they're going to get together and talk again here for a second.
I bet they called penalties on both teams. Well, extracurricular is good for everybody, I guess. I mean, they encourage students to take those.
And they decided just to let it keep playing. And St. Cloud coach is over there kind of chirping at the referee there. Pointing away, chirping. Oh boy, then the head referee comes over.
Both refs getting an earful from the St. Cloud bench right now.
Let's see what his lobbying efforts.
Well, last time somebody lobbied, both teams got penalties. So we'll see how this goes.
So the Knights are up 1-0 here. 9:41 left, period 1, and to no avail. They don't get their way. So
What?
Play some hockey. Puck drops. Knights defensive zone from the blue line. The Crush send it forward. Knocked away by Waller. From the blue line, that goes off of Mokanot. Mokanot comes up with the puck. Across the ice, he sends it to Tower. Tower had it bounce away from him. The Crush get it back. They center it over. Again, knocked away by Waller. Waller with a nice move. He has it taken away and a shot on. And Lucas gets his right arm and just knocks it up. And it ricochets up into the netting.
Yeah, good stick save there by Angie. Not a great defensive shift there for the Knights, though.
Yeah, a few turnovers on that end that definitely could have been avoided.
This Knights team has led in every game this year, and they've lost a few leads, so this is something that we have to keep an eye on. Just concentration and knowing how to be a good leader.
Yeah, finishing off what they start. Fauché sends it off the boards down to neutral ice. Here is Esterberg. Esterberg into the offensive zone. Esterberg takes a shot at ricochets off. Oh, and then one of the players knocks the stick out of Ludeman's hand and kicks it and then shoves him down. Wow. All of that in a loaf of bread. You're not even going to talk to you.
And Jack Johnson is doing his best lobbying right now.
Well,
he might as well work for the tobacco industry for the amount of lobbying he's doing right now.
Well, he should lobby, honestly, on that. There was no flopping or anything. That was crazy. Ludeman got caught in a back alley or something, so it gets thrown down into the Knights' defensive zone, far side of the boards. Johnson takes a shot and comes right off. Puck makes it into neutral ice. Ludeman sends it forward, but it's picked up by the Crush. They bring it into the Knights' defensive zone. They go to take a shot, and it goes off of the steel girding in the roof. Jack Johnson stood tall. He knew he was going to take that shot. He absorbed that hit and kind of looked at the guy like, is that the best you got?
You know, if you get 2 blocked shots a period, that's a successful period defensively. Each player should strive for that.
Antoine steps in to take the faceoff from the blue line. It gets past the Crush player. Skates back into his own defensive zone. Across the ice, he sends it. Back across it goes. Forward into neutral ice it comes. Crush have it across the center line. Dumping into the Knights' defensive zone. Lucas steps back and stops it there. McClellan gets it. Sends it around, but we have a whistle. We'll drop the puck in the Knights' defensive zone, that far side dot.
What is this weird cover of Green Day? Maybe it's from the Broadway musical.
So Hogan takes the faceoff. Yeah, it's got to be from something. Hogan takes the faceoff up the near side boards. Defensive zone for the Knights. Crush able to keep it in. Back behind the net it goes. Clark sends it over far side. Long pass up for Hernandez and gets just past him, and the Crush dump it back in. McClellan runs it down there in the defensive zone. Near side corner. Clark up to Hogan. Hogan forward with a shot.
Hunter Hansen! That's his second as a varsity player, but his second today. Does he play in a couple appearances at JV?
Hunter Hansen gets on the ice, gets the recipient of a long goal, long pass, takes it down and converts for the Knights. 7:50 and boy, is he excited, as he should be.
But the bench is even more excited, I think.
I think his teammates might be a bit more happy for him. You see the captain down there, Hernandez, was jumping all over him. That was
absolutely
exciting. So the sophomore line back in. after the 60s theme music was playing overhead. Monahan took that face-off shot on there by Waller. Broken up with right over the shoulder and underneath. Owen. Volkanon.
Hey, what did I tell you about Volkanon? He was ready.
Oh my gosh, Volkanon with a shot.
Welcome back, Owen.
Well, I got to do it for him because this is my favorite thing whenever I say his name. Owen, Volkanon. The Roadrunner comes through. Man, that was an accurate shot.
Owen's the Roadrunner. I think St. Cloud's Tendy was the Coyote there.
Dumped into the Knights. Defensive zone comes, jumps up forward. That was Jack Johnson. The referee ended up kicking it down into the corner. Puck makes it behind the net. Fauché, near side boards. Flipped forward from Volkanon to Johnson. Johnson takes the shot and goes just wide. Volkanon comes out with it, has it taken away by the Crush.
At this point, why not shoot? The last 2 shots that have been on goal have gone in the back of the net.
Crush into the Knights' defensive zone. Behind the net it goes. Up to the blue line, sent from there. Goes wide. Near side in, all the way down the ice it comes.
Interesting.
He steps forward and sends it forward. It goes into neutral ice. And picked off by Esterberg.
Oh, he's so mad at himself right now.
I think he wanted to. He think he wants that one back. He might have pulled the trigger in a different way. Shot on, it goes off. Ricochets off the back wall. Near side boards, Knights defensive zone, down to the corner. Fauché keeping pressure on there. Coming over and getting some help from Antoine. Puck makes it over to the far side. Ludeman with a nice pass forward to Antoine. Antoine hands it off to Esberg. Esberg into the offensive zone. Esberg towards the net. Passes it forward towards Antoine, trying to see if they can catch that open net there. And unable to, but it makes it down in the defensive zone.
Esterberg, besides himself, was completely slashed right in front of the ref. The ref just said nope. His stick was slashed right out of his hands.
Well, like you said, it's going to take a little bit more to get one here tonight. Esberg comes out with the puck. Sends it towards the net, trying to get Antoine. Didn't have quite enough mustard on it. Crush, pull it out of the zone, into the Knights' defensive zone, far side. Tried to center it in. Tower was able to get a stick on it, knock away, and covered by Lucas.
So there's a couple things about this game right now. Number one, the Knights need to be thinking, we got to earn a shutout for our Tendy right now. We're more than halfway through the game. There hasn't been a lot of great opportunities for the Crush. Number two, these refs aren't calling anything, and this game has the ability to get out of hand really quick from a physicality standpoint.
Yeah,
it might get cheap and it might get nasty real quick.
It could get real ugly if they don't keep a hold on it. Puck drops. Far side corner. Back up to the blue line. Across the near side from the blue line. Shot goes off from a few different players. Volkanon had jumped up and grabbed it in midair. Anderson gets it up to Hernandez into the offensive zone. They come near side. Corner centered over. Intercepted by the Crush. Into neutral ice. Down they come. Into the Knights defensive zone. Shot, and it goes off of Ingebretson. Near side corner. Knights coming out with it. Clark with it. And he dumps it down into the Knights offensive zone. Monahan grabs it along the near side boards. Monahan centers over, trying to hit Anderson. And kept in there by Clark. Clark gets it forward to Anderson. Anderson ricochets it off the boards. Far side along the wall. Knights offensive zone makes it down behind the net. Volkanon fighting for it there. Volkanon in the corner.
Volkanon's jersey was just tugged like it was a 6-year-old playing football in the backyard.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that we've seen this game, so they're going to have to listen. They've been playing through it, and they're getting used to it. So shot on goes wide, near side, back up to the blue line, and taken out now by the Crush. Forward they come into the Knights defensive zone. Met there head on by Jack Johnson. He pushes it away. It goes to the near side corner to that kind of blind area, back up to point. Puck makes it, turns, shoots, comes forward, and Lucas Ingebretson with a great cover.
Standing tall. Ingy's on it again.
Oh, here comes the House of Pain.
Oh, let's see if the crowd jumps around. Nope, they are not. A couple of moms down here are jumping around. Maybe more swaying around. Jeff, you got it going on. You're raising the roof, I can see here.
Well, I would jump, but that might, not sound good. Behind the net, it's sent by Clark up to neutral ice. Near side boards. Ludeman with it. Ludeman passing across to Clark.
So one of the things the Knights are doing is Esteberg's playing up by the red line, and 2 St. Cloud Crush defenders are tracing him back. So the Crush are unable to hold the offensive zone.
Puck makes it in the Knights' defensive zone. Clark sends it off the near side wall. Ludeman forward. Comes right to a Crush player. Esteberg with it. Esteberg, nice pass over to Ludeman with the shot and goal! Esteberg to Ludeman with the shot and score. Ludeman with a dead accuracy there.
All behind Esteberg drawing those defenders away from that offensive zone for the Crush.
And we have Green Acres now is the latest song of the TV tunes that plays after we score. So Esteberg to Ludeman with a rocket shot with the Knights up 4-0.
Well, they call STMA those rich hicks, so Green Acres is appropriate for us, I guess. Putting our 4th on the board.
Puck drops. Intercepted by Fauché. What's that pass? He sends it forward and Crush come up with it. They dump it into the Knights' defensive zone. Lucas steps back and Ingy hands it off to Johnson. Kept in there as he sent it forward by the Crush. Stopped by Johnson, who lost his stick and now picks it up.
Worth noting that was Ludeman's first goal of the year. Nice to see him get on the board.
Nice hard-earned effort there. On the near side boards, Hogan got knocked down there, and the puck sent forward. It comes right to Fauché, who sends it across the ice to Johnson. Jack drops it down into the Knights' offensive zone. Near side corner, we're going to have a change of skaters here. Clark jumping on the defense. Pressure kept on by Monahan. Easton.
Oh, and Easton's going to get called for a penalty there?
That was a ghost penalty there. He hit him. The guy spun around and fell over on his own. I want to see what the call is here, because he literally checked him. It was a legal check. There was no trip. The guy spun around and fell over. So I'm really curious about this call. He does. He called tripping.
When in doubt, call tripping.
That was well, we'll just leave it at that.
That's just silly.
I just disagree with that call. I think Easton got robbed. But part of the game. Unfortunately, the referee wasn't in the position to actually see. And so
it's just, after all of the tough physical play in this game, it's super strange that that's the first penalty that they call.
So the Knights will be on the penalty here, and shooting forward is the roadrunner, Lopanon. Behind that, nice stop. He goes to set it up. It goes off the side. Clark able to get it. Sends it off the side of the net. And the Crush bringing it forward into the Knights' defensive zone on the power play. Knights on the penalty here. And puck sitting out there. It comes towards Ingebretson. He gets a few stops there. Nice job by Lucas. Near side boards, defensive zone. Marching towards the net, intercepted by Tower. Tower passing it up to Volkanok, hands it off to Waller, who takes the shot.
Knights took offense to that little extra jab at Waller near the bench there.
Yeah,
a couple of swipes were taken.
So the Crush send it forward. It comes down, and the Knights stop it right away again. Hernandez takes a shot as he comes forward. Puck is down there behind that. Anderson could have lit that guy up, but chose not to.
He could have.
Literally could have lit him up.
Probably would have been a 5-minute, but he could have.
Yeah, he could have lit him up.
Yeah.
He chose not to there, puck in the Knights' defensive zone, and now it's sent down the ice. 28 seconds and counting on that penalty for the Knights. Here come the Crush into neutral ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. Shot wide. 12 seconds left on that penalty for the Knights. Centered up, knocked away by Johnson. And
Oh,
then
good
sent
breakup
down
by Johnson.
into neutral ice. Estever keeping the pressure on there. Knights back at full strength if they'll let him out of the box ever. There they go.
Always were.
Shot there by Antoine, and they called a delayed high stick, a very delayed high stick. But that's the call.
There's 3 seconds left, and they're going to take this draw out at center ice, and basically the puck will be dropped, and it'll be the end of the second period here.
Actually, going to drop it down
Oh,
to the
they're
Knights.
taking her all the way down.
Knights defensive zone on that.
Better D up, boys.
So puck drops. Near side board, shot and saved by Engelbretson, who just flips it over to the corner as the horn goes off the end. Second period. So the Knights are up 4-0. And we'll see how this third period goes, because that was starting to get a little more chippy and chippy.
That second period of play had all the goals in it, so obviously a much better period for the Knights. And really, a lot of them came in quick succession. About 5 minutes saw all 4 goals.
Hunter Hansen got on the board there for the Knights, too.
Yep.
That was nice to see him get on, as you stated, getting a goal in both games. Oh, and Ludeman getting his first goal of the season. That was fun to watch there, too. One thing I'll say is the Knights had a lot of good teamwork there, a lot of good passing and sharing. Oh, that was good to see on their part, and it's nice to see that they're trying to stay away from some of the retaliation that they're experiencing. So we thank you for watching. We're back in a few minutes. You're watching exclusive coverage of Knights hockey on the St. Michael Everville High School Global Hockey Network. We'll be back in just a few moments with the third period.
Well, like the mic connection, that's what broke.
I mean, do they? No. Yeah. I mean, did she sit down?
Well, that one I got, but Matt, it broke. Can you get Matt? It fell down, it broke. Yeah, it broke, it fell. You gotta like lay it. You can't have it be here.
Well, we got no sound the rest of the game.
Where's the other piece? Was there more to it? Maybe that still works. You just don't have a case to it to cover it.
We could try. It's not lighting up. It's not working.
What's in that software? I see a piece in there that work that software.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's more to it.
There's like another piece
From the neighboring town.
really matters anyway.
Here I don't play hockey with them.
Oh well, I didn't like those mics anyway. I used to buy new ones.
Hockey fans, on your feet. Here are your St. Cloud Cubs.
Yeah, but it's not.
Have sound at all right now? Just like kind of step away and then you can hear it. That's where I can check it. Hi Jeff, can you hear me? Hold it and call it while you're holding it. That's about the best you can do. Or I can do it.
Hey, if he stands next to the wall, they can hear him just fine. How you call?
All right, hockey fans, once again, everybody's ready. Let's play hockey.
All right, we had some microphone issues in the second intermission. So third period of play, you get Matt Harrison. So here we go. Knights down in the St. Cloud zone. Tough for me to do camera work and call the game at the same time, so I'm going to just do my best here. Fauché sends it over to Volkanot. Volkanot pokes forward to Waller. Waller over to Monahan. Monahan returns to Waller. Waller with a shot. And that's saved by St. Cloud's number 31. What's 31's name again? Nolan Lund. 16:28 to go in the third period. Knights will get an offensive zone draw. That's Antoine in to take the draw for the Knights. Pulls it back to Esterberg. Esterberg rips a shot, hits some traffic in front. Zone held by Caden Clark. Ooh, that one was dangerous. It got all the way through. Lund able to cast it aside to the near corner. Pass by Ludeman was intercepted by the Crush, and here they come on the 3-on-2. Broken up real well by Caden Clark. He takes a punishing check into the bench, though. And Antoine gets roughed up into the Knights' offensive zone, so they have to turn around to avoid the offside. Puck sent forward, intercepted at the midline by St. Cloud. A lot of hacking going on here in this early third period. Antoine was taken off the puck there. Ludeman comes and picks it up, but he gets knocked down by his own guy. That's Esteberg. Ludeman lost a stick, and he's a little slow getting up. Here come the Crush. 4-on-2 if they hurry. Into the zone. Good check by Caden Clark over there. Antoine pushes it forward toward Ludeman. Ludeman stayed out there despite that big hit. Friendly fire down there before. Fauché had that one taken off of his stick, and St. Cloud had an opportunity, but Knights able to steal it away and take it out of the zone. Hogan gets a shot, but that's over the crossbar. We're going to get a St. Cloud penalty, finally, as Ingebrigtsen goes to the bench. Knights get the extra attacker out there. St. Cloud player lost a stick as well. But the Knights just kind of passed it around with not a lot of intent there, and we're going to get a power play here. Whoop. Well, the private eyes were watching St. Cloud there, and they get a guy in the box for 2 minutes. Fauché providing some pressure down there. Zone held by Easton Monahan. Picked up, shot in by Volkanant. That one hit the netting.
Against the Crush's number 21, Max Kiffmeyer.
Kiffmeyer for the Crush. Got a holding penalty.
Number 3. That's the Crush's Kiffmeyer. 2 minutes holding.
Monahan in to take the draw. Fauché on his left. That's Ludeman on his right. Crush able to clear the zone in one-on-one situation. Good play by Waller to break up a short-handed opportunity for the Crush. Volkanant takes it behind the net. Sent all the way down the ice by the Crush. Ingebrigtsen will get there first. He's got lots of time. Sends it around the boards to Waller, a little bit too far in front of him. Monahan comes up with it. Goes back to Waller. 1:16 left in the man advantage for the Knights. Here comes Monahan. Into the zone, between the circles, over to Volkanant. Back to Monahan. Monahan tries to take a shot right into a shin pad, though. He gives a pass over to Waller. Waller cross ice looking for his buddy Volkanant, but that was intercepted by St. Cloud's number 27. Shot on net. That was wide, though. Back in front. Problematic for the Knights, but defense able to clear it out. 43 seconds left in the power play for the Knights. Shot attempt. That one hits the goalie, goes wide, near corner. A little blind down there in that near corner. Sent behind the goal. Esteberg tried to get a fancy feed in front there, and St. Cloud able to clear it. Jack Johnson with a good move to stay away from one of the St. Cloud attackers. Sent over toward Esteberg. Esteberg slowly carries it in. Goes for the drop pass, but had it taken off his stick momentarily. Here's a 1-on-0. St. Cloud's best opportunity of the day. And Ingy's all over it. Equal to the task. No problem for Ingebrigtsen, right in the glove. 3 seconds left in the power play for the Knights. 12:53 to go in the third. Knights with a 4-goal lead. Esteberg looking dejected after he comes off that shift there. I think he wanted to stay out and try to score goals. The Crush back at full strength, and the Knights are going to go right in the box as Aiden Hogan's going to get a boarding call there. And there's Clark touching up, and Hogan's headed to the box. Yeah, Aiden, you did commit a penalty there. He's arguing his best case, but unless he's employing Bradshaw and Bryant, I don't think he's going to get off of that one. The Knights shorthanded for the next 2 minutes, 12:36 to go in the third. Knights win the draw. Jack Johnson with a good backhanded effort and tipped out by Anderson. Sent down by the crush. Alex Hernandez gets there first, and he'll clear it down into the St. Cloud zone. Anderson providing the forecheck. And you know what they say in the third period? Forecheck, back check, paycheck. Crush able to get it across the blue line finally, but Jack Johnson's there first. Flips it over in the area of Caden Clark. Caden missed that one. It got to the point. Johnson tips it. St. Cloud's going to control. 1:14 left in the St. Cloud power play. Kicked out off of the blue line there by a Crush defender. Sent back in, but the shot was high and it got all the way out to neutral ice. St. Cloud can't be happy about that one. Knights get a couple of fresh skaters out there. Waller now challenging for the Knights. Back behind the net, St. Cloud carries. Centering pass attempt, that hit some bodies in front, and it's going to go all the way down. Volkanant's going to provide the pressure for the Knights. Johnson flips it over to Volkanant. Volkanant leaves for Waller. Waller in by himself, got great wrist shot. Man, he got rid of that thing quickly. There were 4 defenders in front of him, plus attendee. Held at the line, good job by the Knights, who control. That's Volkanant. Bangs it off the back wall over toward Tower. Tower rips it off the boards all the way down into the Knights' offensive zone. 13 seconds left in the kill. Hogan getting ready to come out. Sent down. Ingebrigtsen gets it. He bangs it up off the boards. Crush get there first. Cycle around. Gets shot off. That was wide right. Ingebrigtsen stretched out for that one. Luckily it missed the net. And the Knights are at full strength. Here's a shot that hit Ingebrigtsen right in the chest, and the rebound came out, and here come the Knights. Antoine does his best to avoid one. Good job there. Coming in with some speed right in on net. He got held up right at the last moment there on the side of the cage. Luckily, he didn't go full speed right into the goal. Tower, cross ice pass to Colton McClellan, who just flips it in to the blocker of St. Cloud's goalie Lund. St. Cloud controls. Carries it up. It's number 11, Landon O'Donnell with the puck for St. Cloud. Good pressure by Colton McClellan. And he gave so much pressure that St. Cloud freaked out a little bit and took it out of their own end. Fauché, towering above the opposition, sends it in, and it's Hogan. And we're going to call offsides against the Knights with 9:20 to go in the third period. Hunter Hansen out there for another shift. A couple of the Knights' fourth liners going to get some action in this one if the score holds true. And Fauché in playing some defense against St. Cloud's number 3, centering pass. Ooh, Ingebrigtsen got 2 saves on it. Thought he had a glove on it, but it went behind the net. Out to the blue line, held in by the Crush. Long shot attempt. That got through. Ingebrigtsen, good stretch to keep it out of the net. Fauché looking for a dance partner, knocks it off the glass and up. That's going to go all the way down for icing. But a great couple of moments there by Ingy. He's holding on to the shutout for the Knights. Again, sorry that we don't have any Jeff Story on the call, but this little thing broke on my microphone, so we're down to somebody doing camera and calling the game, which is interesting to say the least. Picked up by the Knights. Sent forward. That's Waller. Waller in. He's got a quick release shot, but that one was blocked. I think the Crush were understanding what was coming there. Volkanant battling for it. Wins it. Top of the circle. Carries it high slot. Tries to shoot. Lost the handle. Crush send it behind their own net. Monahan giving chase. They do get it to center ice. Great job by Colton McClellan breaking that one up. Volkanant's gonna come and steer that one into the Crush zone. Oh, and just a turnover in a bad spot for St. Cloud, picked up by Caden Clark. Tries to go cross ice to Monahan. Still there. Monahan finally got it, but it was a backhanded no-look pass by Esteberg, and it was a little off the mark. St. Cloud able to send it back out to center ice. At the red line, McClellan tucks it back into the St. Cloud zone. 7.5 to go in the game. Long pass by the Crush. They carry it in, 3-on-3. Easy shot. Ingebrigtsen's all over that one. 7:25 to go in the third. Knights lead 4-0. Well, the Knights ready to rock and roll all night here, and then party on the bus ride home. Centering pass attempt. Ooh, that was a good shot opportunity for the Crush. They missed it wide right, and the puck was flipped up into the netting and out of play. 7:10 to go. We'll have another defensive zone draw for the Knights. Senior line out there for the Knights. Hernandez, Anderson, and Aiden Hogan. Jack Johnson and Tower are your D pair right now. 4 seniors and a sophomore. Sent up high off the glass and all the way down. That'll be icing against the Knights, and we're going to get another draw in the Knights D zone. All the goals came in the second period. Knights building a 4-0 lead. Waller, Volkanant, Hansen, and I'm forgetting the fourth one. Oh, it was Ludeman. Ludeman was the fourth one, yeah. Jack Johnson with a nice play, getting it out of the zone. St. Cloud collects at the red line. Tries to send it back in, but it was blocked. Good check there, and we're going to get a offsides call here. Oh, no penalties there, even though the Knights were fishing in the dark for one. Full sophomore line out there. 5 sophomores skating for the Knights right now. Stolen by the Crush. Shot attempt. There was a clever stick in front by one of the boys in blue. Picked up in the near corner. Colton McClellan now has it behind the net. Oh, he takes a hard check, and he's a little slow to get up there, and it's going to be a penalty against the Crush. And Dylan Fauché takes offense to that last hit on McClellan because there was some headhunting there. A few extra chirps or two from the Knights. They'll go on the power play with 6:17 to go. Ref's going to talk about it at center ice here. I think it's just going to be 2. But it was a headshot. Roughing is the call. And an offensive zone draw for the Knights. Caden Clark and Jack Johnson out there as your D pair. Hogan, Hernandez, and Esteberg out there as your forwards. Mixing it up a little bit on this power play. Oh, they eject Hogan from the dot. Both of the players were ready to go. Hernandez is going to come in and take the draw. Hernandez tied it up, but St. Cloud able to push it out to neutral ice.
Against the Russians, number 44, Jackson Benjamin. 2 minutes for roughing, time is 10:43 of period.
Esteberg zigzagging his way into the ninth zone. He was held up right at the blue line, but got the puck in.
Brought to you by the Mexican Village.
Oh, something was brought to me by a Mexican village. I like Mexican food. Jack Johnson in the near corner, working on it. He's got Caden Clark with him. Sent up to Esteberg. Esteberg over to Hernandez. Hernandez has got Hogan with him. Hernandez did a drop pass, but he dropped it right to a St. Cloud player, and they're able to clear it all the way down. 1:10 to go in the power play for the Knights, 5:25 to go in the game. Esteberg with a weird no-look pass behind the net. Luckily, there weren't any Crush players around. Esteberg's going to try it again. Makes a good move around one. Carries it in. Cuts behind the net. Drops it off to Monahan. Monahan put it in front, and that's a goal. Monahan with a great pass. It happened so quickly, I'm not even sure who finished it. It looks like it was Esteberg. Power play goal for Tanner Esteberg. And the Knights are on Easy Street, not quite Sesame Street, but Knights cruising toward their fourth win of the season. And we're seeing Helland, Sheely, and Hansen get some time, and Caleb Lee. So this is, I believe, first minutes of varsity play for Helland, Sheely, and Lee. So big moment for these boys. One they'll remember for their whole life. St. Cloud flips it into the Knights zone. Jack Johnson down there, providing a little captain's leadership for some of the guys who've been playing JV so far this season. Long shot attempt. Ooh, Ingebrigtsen with another nice save. Kicked out the leg just in time. And we're going to get a penalty here. And I think they might take them both. Jack Johnson is not happy with St. Cloud's number 34. That's Corbin Madanich. Madanich, a freshman, going up against the senior Johnson, and they're both going to the box with 4:30 to play. Switcheroo of a few players here. Easton Monahan in for the Knights, taking the draw. St. Cloud pushed one toward the goal, but it was intercepted by the Knights, and that one sent down, but it hit a couple of sticks along the way, so no icing there. 2 minutes for roughing the call for both of those boys. Caden Clark sends it forward to Monahan. Monahan puts on the brakes at the blue line, sends it forward. Still 5-on-5, just under 4 minutes to go now. Well, that's Caleb Lee with a nice turn, avoids two Crush players and sends it over to Volkanot. Volkanot carrying it in with some speed. Volkanot with a nice move and just had it taken off of his stick at the last moment there. Monahan rips a shot. That one looked like it was destined for the top left corner, but just missed. Crush control in their own zone. Send it all the way down the ice. This will be icing. 3:20 to go in the game.
Those guys are going to jump for that deep
They get another fourth line shift here for Helland and Cheese and Danson Hunter Hansen. Puck sent to the near corner. St. Cloud controls. They push it up the boards, but zone held by Tower. Tower taking some punishment over there, but able to do his job. Cheely gets knocked to the ice. Crush able to pick up the puck and carry it across the red line, dump it in deep to the Knights zone. Colton McClellan there. Shot attempt, that was blocked by a massive humanity in front. Tower able to push it forward. Finds Cheely. Cheely gets checked again, and they're going to call offsides on that. Which I guess technically it wasn't offsides, but Cheely was ridden into the zone by a Crush player. Caleb Lee out there for another shift with Dylan Fauché at D. The juniors are out there as the forward line. Crush able to carry it forward. Antoine breaks that one up in front. Good stick by him. Out to the point, long shot. Ingebrigtsen got a hand on that. Ooh, Caleb Lee just tried to put it into the audience and give his mama a souvenir there. Just missed it though. Lee absorbs a check and then gives one of his own. 2:10 to go in the game. Puck tied up in the corner. Neither team seemingly too enthused about getting it out. Centering pass attempt. That hit a St. Cloud player. I think I got caught in his jersey for a second there. Shot attempt from distance was blocked by Fauché, and here comes Esteberg. Esteberg steers around one, can't get around the defender the second time. And it's back out to neutral ice where Fauché controls. Oh, taken off of his stick, and we're gonna have Caden Clark catch up with it. Big check into the bench there. Ludeman took a hard hit. He's gonna take a seat on the bench and let one of his teammates come in and take a spot. Esteberg carries it in, leaves it for Hogan. Hogan can't catch up to that one. Sent off the side of the cage by St. Cloud. Knights player tries to throw it back in front. I believe that was Anderson, the centering pass attempt. Yes, Anderson comes away with it now. Just a scrum down there in the St. Cloud zone. Down to a minute to play. Puck lost by St. Cloud at center ice. Anderson finally gets the handle on it. Sends it toward the blue line. Couple of big hits. There was a legit headlock by Aiden Hogan there, and he dodged a haymaker in the process. Hernandez in, out to the point to Clark. Clark rips one, hits a shin pad. Clark with a second attempt. That one was blocked. Hernandez looking for a centering pass. Carries it in himself, goes to the backhand. That one was blocked. Back out to the point. Clark does a good job of holding the zone. 15 seconds to go in the game. Hernandez back behind the net. Hits Tower. Tower rips a shot. Shin pad. Another shot by Tower. That got through, but blocked by the Tendy Lund. 2 seconds to go, and the Knights will win this one with a shot right at the buzzer. And the Knights take a 5-0 victory. Back home down 94. First shutout of the season for the Knights, and first shutout for Lucas Ingebrigtsen in his high school career. This is a pretty big moment for him. Congrats to the Knights. Thank you guys for listening tonight. Jeff, any wise words on the way out?
We'll see you next time.
All right, we'll see you, I believe, Thursday is our next game against the Moorhead Spuds at STMA. We'll talk to you guys all later.